Are we truly perceiving reality, or are we trapped in a loop of our own attention? Think about your day, the route you drive, the habits you fall into, the thoughts that circle back again and again. Our minds create patterns, and those patterns can feel a lot like a cage. We see what we expect to see. We notice what we've been trained to notice, and the vast, vibrant world around us fades into the background. But what if the key isn't to change our thoughts, but to change how we observe them? What if breaking the loop isn't about running away from a problem, but about learning to see it from a new perspective? Today, we're going to explore what it means to break the loop, to shift from being a passive passenger in our lives to an active perceiver of reality. It's time to find the escape key. The observer loop is the idea that what we perceive is not an objective reality, but a reflection of the quality of our own attention. Think of it like a funhouse mirror. The mirror, your attention, isn't just showing you a passive image, it's actively shaping the image you see. Your focus, your biases, and your expectations don't just filter reality, they become the very fabric of your experience. The loop is this. You observe based on your past perceptions, and your new observations reinforce that existing pattern, creating a self-sustaining cycle. Most people try to change their reality by changing their thoughts. They use affirmations, positive thinking, or wishful thinking to try and fix what they see as surface-level problems. But this is like trying to change your reflection by adjusting the reflection itself. It's a futile effort because the problem isn't the image, it's the mirror. Thoughts are the surface-level output. They are the content, the images, words, and narratives that pass through your mind. They are what you think. Attention is the deeper driver. It's the mechanism that selects, highlights, and organizes the raw data of reality into something your mind can process. It's the quality of how you observe. Breaking the loop, therefore, isn't about changing what you think, but about changing where you place your attention. When you shift the mirror of your attention, the reflection, your reality, is fundamentally altered. It's not about changing your mind about the world. It's about changing the very process by which you perceive the world. Think of your attention as a spotlight. Your thoughts are what's illuminated on the stage. But what you really need to do is learn to control the spotlight itself. Our attention isn't a single monolithic thing. It's more like a tool with different settings, and we tend to get stuck on just one. I call these Searchlight Mode and Sunlight Mode. Searchlight Mode is how most of us operate by default. It's a narrow, tense, and goal-oriented form of attention. Think of a detective with a flashlight in a dark room. They're looking for a specific clue, and everything else is just shadow. Narrow and controlling. You're actively trying to find or fix something. You're analyzing, judging, and trying to force an outcome. Creates tension. This mode is a state of constant effort. It's the feeling of stress when you can't find your keys, the anxiety of trying to solve a problem you don't understand, or the frustration of being stuck in a conversation you don't want to be in. Reinforces the loop. Because you're hyper-focused on what you think is wrong or missing, you only find evidence that confirms your bias. This solidifies the observer loop, making it even harder to see anything new. Sunlight mode is the complete opposite. It's an expansive, receptive, and unconditional form of attention. It's not about actively searching for something. It's about opening yourself up to everything. Think of standing in a field on a sunny day. The light isn't looking for anything in particular. It's simply illuminating everything equally. Expansive and receptive. You are open to the full panorama of your experience. You notice the subtle details, the sounds, the smells, and the unexpected connections. There's no judgment, just awareness. Allows reality to reorganize. When you stop trying to control and analyze, your mind relaxes its grip. In this state of receptivity, solutions, insights, and new perspectives can emerge on their own. The answers were always there, but you were too busy looking for them with a flashlight to notice. Breaking the loop is the act of consciously shifting from searchlight mode to sunlight mode. It's a practice of letting go of the need to control and embracing the power of simply observing. It's not about thinking your way out of a problem, but about seeing the problem in a new light, a much broader, more illuminating light. Breaking the loop isn't an act of force. It's an act of awareness. You don't break the loop by fighting it, but by simply seeing it for what it is. The first and most crucial step is to notice the pull of the searchlight, to catch yourself. In the act of trying to control, analyze, or fix your reality. This isn't about judging yourself for being in searchlight mode. It's not a failure. it's just a habit. When you notice that tension, that frustration, or that narrow focus, you simply observe it without judgment. You become the quiet witness. For example, when you find yourself stuck in a loop of worry about a difficult conversation, you don't try to stop worrying. You just say to yourself, there's that loop. I'm in searchlight mode again, trying to control the outcome of this conversation. By simply labeling it, you create a tiny bit of space between yourself and the thought. You're no longer the worrier. You're the observer of the worry. This moment of non-judgmental awareness is the key. It's a subtle shift, but it's where the escape begins. When you see the loop without getting caught up in it, you naturally begin to release your grip. The searchlight doesn't turn off completely, but it starts to dim, allowing a little bit of sunlight to leak in. The path forward isn't about eradicating the loop, but about gently and consistently shifting your attention out of it. So you've become aware of the loop. You've seen the searchlight in action. The next question is, how do you make the shift? It's not about trying harder. It's about relaxing your effort. Relax your control, soften your focus. This is the core practice. When you notice that tense, narrow focus, the feeling that you must solve this problem or find that answer, consciously relax your body. Loosen your jaw, soften your gaze, and take a deeper breath. Mentally tell your mind to soften the focus. Instead of fixating on a single thought or problem, try to become aware of the space around it. Imagine you're trying to read a single word on a page, and you're getting a headache from staring so hard. The shift is to stop trying to force the word into focus, and instead, become aware of the whole page at once. The word will still be there, but your relationship to it will have changed completely. Trust the field of awareness. The searchlight mode operates from a place of scarcity and distrust. It believes it has to chase after what it wants. Sunlight mode operates from a place of trust. It understands that reality is a rich field of information, and the answers you need are already present, waiting to be noticed. This means letting go of the need to have a specific outcome. When you're in a difficult conversation, instead of trying to control every word to get the result you want, simply listen with an open, receptive mind. When you're working on a creative project, instead of forcing ideas, step back and let ideas come to you. You are trusting the field of awareness to present what is needed when it is needed. Allow quantum reorganization. When you're in sunlight mode, something almost magical happens. Your perception of reality begins to reorganize. This isn't a mystical concept. It's how the human brain works when it's not under tension. New connections are made, unexpected insights emerge, and what once seemed like a solid, unchanging problem can dissolve into a new, more manageable situation. Think of a tangled knot. If you pull on one end, searchlight mode, the knot just gets tighter. But if you let the rope go slack and gently shake it, sunlight mode, the knot can begin to loosen and untangle on its own. The quantum reorganization is that process of things falling into a new, more effective arrangement without you having to manually force it. It's the moment the solution you've been searching for suddenly appears in your mind, the feeling of flow, or the quiet realization that your problem isn't what you thought it was. By practicing these 3 steps, you're not just changing your mind, you're changing the very mechanism of your perception. And in doing so, you're finally breaking the loop. As you begin to consciously shift from searchlight to sunlight, the changes won't just be internal. Your external world will start to reflect your new state of being. You won't have to wonder if you're making progress. The world itself will show you the signs that you are dissolving the loop. Synchronicities surge. You'll start to notice meaningful coincidences everywhere. The right person calls you just as you think of them. An answer to a problem you've been pondering appears on a billboard you drive past. Reality seems to respond faster and more meaningfully to your state of awareness. It's not magic. It's what happens when you're no longer so tightly focused on your own agenda that you miss the natural connections all around you. Technology and animals respond differently. Your interactions with the world will change. Your Wi-Fi will seem to work more consistently. Your phone will have fewer glitches. Animals, especially pets, might seek you out more often. They are incredibly sensitive to your state of being. Your calmer, more coherent energy is palpable to them, and they are drawn to it. Time shifts and stretches. The feeling of time speeding up or slowing down will become more noticeable. A busy day might feel like it flew by, but a single moment of deep presence can feel like it stretches on forever. You are no longer a victim of the clock, but an observer of the moment, and that changes your relationship with time itself. Sleep transforms. As your mind quiets down, your sleep patterns will likely change. You may find yourself needing less sleep or experiencing more vivid, lucid dreams. Your rest will feel lighter, and you may wake up with a new burst of energy and clarity. This is a sign that your mind is no longer spending the night in a loop of unproductive thoughts. The world mirrors your shift. The people around you will begin to respond to you differently. An irritable colleague might be surprisingly pleasant. A difficult family member might react with less friction. This isn't because you've changed them, but because your change in awareness has altered the dynamic between you. You are no longer projecting the same anxious, narrow energy, and they are no longer mirroring it. These aren't the goals of the practice, but they are the natural and beautiful side effects. They are the undeniable proof that you're no longer just thinking about breaking the loop. You're actually doing it. As you cultivate coherence, you begin to experience timeline consolidation. This is a process of withdrawing your energy from all the fragmented, fear-based versions of yourself and your reality. For example, the version of you that is perpetually anxious about a future event, or the version that is stuck reliving a past failure. These are what you could call limited realities, or alternate timelines, that you're unconsciously feeding with your attention and energy. By anchoring yourself in a state of coherence, you stop giving power to those fragmented selves. Instead, you focus on and anchor into your highest potential reality. This isn't about ignoring problems, but about approaching them from a place of unified strength rather than scattered fear. You become less reactive to external events because your internal state is stable. You are no longer easily pulled into drama or worry. Instead, you become more resonant, meaning you naturally attract experiences, people, and opportunities that are in harmony with your state of coherence. It's crucial to understand that coherence is not an escape from reality. It's an act of integration. You don't get rid of the difficult parts of your life. You unify the parts of yourself that were in conflict. As a result, you are no longer a victim of a fragmented world. Instead, you become a center of harmony, and reality begins to organize around you in a way that reflects your new, integrated state. You're not breaking away from the world. You're becoming a whole part of it. Coherence is the state of alignment between your heart, mind, and awareness into one unified field. Think of it like a symphony orchestra. When every instrument is playing a different tune, fragmented, the result is chaotic noise. But when they all play in harmony, coherence, they create a powerful, beautiful sound. In this state, your thoughts, emotions, and attention are all working together, not against each other. It's the opposite of the Searchlight Mode's tension. It's a state of inner harmony and relaxed power. So, as we bring this journey to a close, remember this. Breaking the loop isn't about the force of your thoughts. It's about the quality of your attention. You don't have to fight your mind, struggle against your habits, or force your reality into a different shape. The power lies in a much simpler, more graceful act, the conscious shift from searchlight to sunlight. Your one and only job is to practice sunlight mode awareness daily. Take moments throughout your day to soften your focus. Feel the weight of your feet on the floor. Notice the sounds in the room. Observe your thoughts without judgment. With each passing day, this practice will become a new habit, and the old, tense loop of attention will begin to dissolve on its own. Ultimately, this isn't just a video. It's a new way of living. It's the most powerful secret there is. When you shift the way you observe, reality itself reshapes to match your coherence. You are not a victim of a fragmented world, but a powerful creator of a unified one. Go out and live beyond the loop. If you made it this far, please comment, "I'm breaking the loop," in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Until next time, Universal Consciousness signing out.